Brown Dash usaphila. Uyathula uBrown Dash uyabhoda. Later when you wanna come, angazi noma uzosihlambulula na. Mandoza didn't want to go solo. Vusi Leeuw is the guy who said, like General said, Vusi Leeuw is the guy who came to the group and said, "Do." It's the same thing as when they did a docu movie, whatever they're doing on Mandoza. You can't tell a Mandoza story without Vusi Leeuw.
Lochanis charm. Gedisa nathi. Kulo naga siragela phambili.
I'm very impressed with what you're trying to do.
Mina ngithanda utshwala.
Nathi singama community omphakathi.
Usiphothile uyasijoya futhathina.
Journalists have been asking me what happened between you and Somizi.
It's a good day to have a happy day. We're back on Happy Days. It's Happy Days on podcast. The name is Rich Fana. Thank you so much for continuing staying with us right here on the show. We're here with Vusi Leeuw, who's a musical promoter and a talent scout, who is always known like South African producer. I'm a musician, I'm an artist, I'm a How did it happen? How did you know Utu Mandoza was over top? I mean, looking at the group Chiskop, how did you? Because I remember generally as passionate about Utamfan Wangchel and Fan Foot. What Handos men,
Look, I mean, it's pure, you know?
Yeah.
And this pure said to, it's not only us. You know, Abagiti, Unkulunkulu, who gives you that. These are the people who also protect you. I mean, I've been in situations where people who didn't believe in me starting Mandoza, when Mandoza was going overseas, they were the ones who went overseas with Mandoza.
What do you say?
Do you understand? To say, but this is a person who was even telling people that they mustn't support me. And today, we are Mapambi. But like I said, I've always been in the background. You know, I've never been made noise. But look, I can die anytime. I'm in that age. I'm in the 50. You know, like I'm 50.
Yeah.
I've reached the 50th floor. Lento guti, humble or you compromise, you know. I don't want when I'm dead for people to carry on stealing what I created. It's the same thing as when they did a docu movie, whatever they're doing on Mandoza. You can't tell a Mandoza story without Vusi Leeuw. Mandoza didn't want to go solo. Vusi Leeuw is the guy who said, like General said, Vusi Leeuw is the guy who came to the group and said, "Do. You're coming. We're doing a solo. We're starting now." You understand? Because I was given a certain position and I had to sign artists. And that's where I started. Because these are the guys I was with at 999 and I was seeing him as performer and I knew his power. Like I say, when you look at my life, even for me, the way things have happened in my life, not to Klagani Pagwam, you know, the fact that I meet you many years ago and today we are here. You understand? And I'm saying because if we were today I was not going to be able to even sit with you. You understand?
That's true.
So my journey
is
but it's also bigger. You know, the networks, the relations I have with a lot of people who are great achievers Some of the people I knew, sonke spanulula, maybe sonke abanye singana neikar, not even thinking we'll be where we are today. But we've grown, and all of a sudden, and in my work, all of a sudden, a number of those people became relevant. It became the guys that I have to go and say, "Na ingoma, can you please assist?" So with Umandoza, it was that thing, Yogoti. During our tours and all, me living with the guys and stuff on the road, I watch different things. I do different things. Like I said, I was playing different roles. I had even learned Uguti. I would sometimes play that, which is called the track today. So Abashante Madala or Chiskop performing, I would sometimes be the person who's operating with that.
You were hands-on like that.
Exactly. And I would be with the sound engineer, and I'll be able to say, please, that mic, take it up, that mic, take it down, helping balancing the performance while it's running. You understand? Making sure that the sound is proper, which is what a lot of our artists don't do. That's why when you look at artists from the US, who's a tour, hey, another performing sound there became different from local artists. You understand? Because local artists will just have something, but not someone who's taking care of how is the sound coming out, the projection coming out during the performance. One of busy about driver, about performance. But remember, most of the stage, I'm a monitors. They give you a sound as if even that side everything is perfect. Sometimes it's not always the case, So I was doing all of that, So that's how my interaction with the artist and understanding who's great in what. So with Umandoza, I then fetched him when I was called, recruited by him. This was after TKZ. We were all fall out. That will be on my documentary.
Okay.
And then I took the job. So if I didn't have a fallout with TKZ family, the record company, one of the artists would have been WHP. One of the first artists was
Okay.
But they didn't know. I had WHP.
Oh, okay.
With Isaac. And I was going to sign Ulotuzan, Uchaba at BMG. But then when I was leaving, I was like, guys, something. That's how I signed
EMI,
But so with Umandoza, then I went and said, I'm starting a label for EMI, development label, and I think it's time, that we do what I said.
So Mandoza approach her because I know we go wakhuluma ne Chiskop ukuthi guys, we need to somehow kanjalo each one of us release a matsolo. Or after you have spoken to them. But just paint a picture.
Because here's another thing. I AMR about 2 last albums. The Chiskop.
Okay.
Like Laba Basazi, remember that?
Yeah.
Laba Basazi.
Yeah. Daba, yeah.
I AMR that album. Muntomnyama.
Yeah. Muntomnyama. Yeah.
The guys.
Okay.
I was AMR. So I still supported Chiskop as a group.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But when the time for Mandoza solo to happen, I went in with that. Now here's the thing. There was already Mdumasile from Zona.
Okay.
In the business, was a superstar artist. Now I was not gonna have another artist called Mdu from Zona. Also doing quite.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was got something else. Yeah, there's a biases.
when it's a copycat. And I've never been a copycat.
Yeah.
Hence, mawukhulele eKasi la eSoweto, you know ukuthi bekunenye ihotmani yaseZola behamba ngeScoop back in the day. Bethothi bazihamba ngey'kopo bebeyibiza
Mara Masco. Oh, Mandos. Okay.
manje sakawubrand.
Oh, no, the last.
So Billy Mandos.
Yeah, Billy Mandos.
Oprah Billy was
Billy Man. Yeah, I know him. Yeah.
Like Soweto.
Ngicabanga ukuthi uMaraba nayo phela izingwenya zakhona. Yeah.
Nabo Maraba.
Yeah.
You understand? So when I was doing career, launching a career Mandos, it was like when I left money, let's put it.
Oh. Okay.
See,
Billy Mandos.
Look, let me be open. Say idolize.
Okay. So you came with the name Mandoza to change his name from Mdu.
Yeah, because we're not gonna launch Mdu when there's Dumas.
Yo, as long as Mandoza, you know the land.
Yeah, then I explained to him.
Oh, okay. Okay, what about
I don't know if he had a choice.
He was just a musician who needs to.
No, not that.
Yeah.
I'm saying to you.
Okay.
It's not about each user.
Yeah. I'm a gang. As a cast. Yeah.
Gang as a cast.
Yeah.
Fun. Umandoza.
Umandoza. Uyayivuma. Yo, bano zophikisa. Ngiphethe uMandoza baba. Like come and say hoy. Ayi. Uyahlanganyela.
Plus the image.
Plus the image.
Yeah, plus iphumeza.
Hayi ku plus kuma kwi group Chiskop.
So for me it was like this, here's a legend waseZola bathi Billy Mandos.
Yeah.
Uyintwana ephuma kwi-Ekas like. Le gama lithi Billy Mandoza akakazi laba national. Belaziwa
99 local, yeah.
Now we're going
internationally ke ngalo. Yeah.
Mandoza. That's how it came about.
So
again, the name comes from an American gangster.
Okay.
Who was Billy Mendoza.
Oh, Mendoza. Okay, I didn't know Billy Mendoza, but I remember that name. Okay.
He moved Billy Mendoza. Play the age. Ngoba beka ama gangster lawana kudala vele abengena ashaya izinto, ne? Abantu mabephuma eBio after that.
Yeah.
After
Nako sekuvela magama.
Nonke beniba abocheck.
Yeah. Athi kaza ukubona isithunzi sayo.
So because the main character was Billy Mendoza in that movie. The American gangster.
Yeah, too.
Abantu mabephuma. But lapha uBilly
waseKasi. Yeah. Ukuthi wena uBilly Mandoza. Okay.
Pronunciation to education. Pronunciation
Kanjani?
Was Mandoza, not Mendoza.
Okay. All right,
that's how the Mandoza name.
Maybe says okay, maybe
they do a film, sorry.
Yeah.
Then they do a film about Mendoza, and they don't even consult me. They don't even.
So you're not consulted?
No, it's not consulted. And,
situational like us.
And again, I'm not about fame, but tell the correct story. Even if it's not even about me. You understand?
So
because when
is it out already?
Yeah, MTV.
Did you watch it?
No, why must I watch?
So that you verify is the story true now.
Because when they call me, say they get to shoot. And I'm saying, you phoning me. So phone send your get to shoot. Already,
say Moshe again.
That's from the name part. That means you guys, your whatever that you were shooting. It's not about
say Moshe again. Yeah, it's not about Mendoza.
They try to make an excuse. No, it's not about Mendoza, the musician. It's about Mendoza as a person. Then don't call it Mendoza again.
Because Mendoza is a musician.
Yeah, call it him too.
Yeah.
Then yes.
Personally.
Story.
When Mendoza.
That's what I started.
Yeah,
That I created.
when ubaba kamandoza.
Album to be called 9 to 5, Zola South, that was Vusi Leeuw.
Yeah, mabafuna ukukhuluma nobaba kaMdu, mabathola abantu bakabomdu.
Yeah.
Bathole ilona i-story kaMdu. Kule kanjani uzalelwe kuphi? But mafuna ubaba kamandoza, uze kumavusana.
Okay, Mandoza, why Mandoza?
Yeah.
Ganjan, why the album 9 to 5 Zola South?
Yeah, that's true. But just to wrap it up, because I know which is Kulume City and they told me to share it somewhere. But UTKZ, ufuna sikhulume ngabo nje kabadaba. TKZ Thandiswa Mazwai, Cleo, DJ Cleo. You wanted to sue DJ Cleo, you wanted to sue Thandiswa Mazwai. Did you went on in doing that? Because apparently I saw another article from Thandiswa Mazwai just before the end of last year, December. She was saying, no, this whole thing there's nothing here. There's no story here. Vusi, for him to say Uzongsuwa is just thinking is so big, and Vusi is nothing.
To have content.
Yeah, you won't give credit to her. Yeah.
For her platform.
Okay.
Yes, I did send a lawyer's letter.
Okay.
Because I have facts.
Yeah.
Of the fact that whatever she was saying is lies. Right? I have the facts. I have the white man that she went to go get a deal after I had spent my own money. And I've got the people that the team, it was 3 ladies, 2 ladies and myself that were working independently. So I'm not going to go that far. That's why I sent a lawyer's letter, because I was prepared to take it to court. But again, I know people talk about suing. You're wasting your time.
Okay.
There's nothing.
So you realize
damages, because I know I'll get damages, right? Because I've got the guy was one of the bosses at Galo at the time, and the contract that she signed there. Who can tell the story? What happened?
So were you promoting
other things that were not true? So the stock that she talks about, which is a steady office in Nam, when I left the offices. I left it, and whatever she said, how I left it. Because when they signed her again, I said, okay, if you want to sign her, I don't have a problem with her going. I've got my expenses though, that I've already paid for.
So at that time, they underwent? Or they under CCP?
No.
EMI?
Huge Entertainment.
Oh, okay.
So I said, pay me my expenses, then she can go. My private, I never stopped anyone. That's why today, when we talk about my career, we don't count one artist. Even the artists who've counted here are the minimum. It's not the full thing. You understand? I mean, I've worked with so many.
But she says you were not a good promoter to her music. You were just printing copies.
I always say, if you think I'm not a good promoter,
I know who you are.
Look at my work.
Yeah.
And say then, where's the problem? And we can close it there. Look at the number of major superstar acts who even went global, right, in this country. And I still work with some today. Not that I'm out of the game, I'm still big in the game, Then you say, oh, all right, 100 passes, 1 failure. Where to blame the student?
But are you okay? Are you guys okay? The both of you, are you okay with each other since last year?
Look, I never cared.
Okay.
Like I said, she's not worth my time. Like I say again, I cannot get engaged in this because what am I going to be sued? Because I will sue, but what am I going to get out of that?
Okay.
My name and everything, I'm worth a lot.
Yeah.
You understand? I'm worth a lot. So you can't just, but like I said, because of that one that's put aside, DJ Cleo.
Yes.
DJ Cleo goes to a podcast and talks about the Thandiswa song.
Yes.
I
I wanted to ask mainly about that. Aphansi komthunzi welanga.
So to clarify that is, I was behind Thandiswa's debut album as a soloist. The same way I was behind Leeuw Matosa's debut album. I'm the one who signed it to EMI. People don't know much of that.
Okay.
But that's why I say I never.
So what's the back and forth? It's TK Records. It's CCP also involved in that shenanigan.
It's not a shenanigan.
What is?
I just think again, when you understand law and law of property and being a trustworthy person and a person who can take care, all right, of people's things that are given to you, like from the point of trust, to say, I want you to work on it.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Like you said.
Utlio is saying,
I'm the one who
taking the copy.
Debut album.
Yeah.
As A&R as well, again there, under Bomb Productions, we're in partnership there. So when I wanted him to remix a song, which is nothing strange in the business, that's why there's a remix and original.
Yes.
And yes,
there's nothing wrong.
He was hot as well at the time. He didn't produce the original song. So I went to Cleo to say, I think out of the other producers that I have access with, and that I know, I think you can do a great remix of this song. I gave him the song. Right?
What are you in?
No, he didn't say that.
Okay.
So I was going to work on it.
Okay.
Right? So I left it in studio side. So I don't sleep there. But we are in the music business. Intellectual property is important.
Anything lying around without protected,
Exactly. So when I've given you somebody's property, you need to protect it.
Yeah.
Now when I'm also idlala, then when I say chonchiwe, you wanna say there's lengoma ya choncho, and there's a choncho studio somewhere. Then that means we're actually supposed to be suing you.
Why you leave that copy unprotected in a way? Yeah.
How come you didn't respect our work? You understand? Because when we brought it to you, we brought it to you to say, can we work on this? And the fact that you never ended up even doing that remix, right? And next thing we're now, how for example, would I know who was going to your studio at that time?
So kahle Mavusana, to tell us Thina Sama Happy Fellows the truth, what exactly happened on that song? Who took it and who took it to make it his?
What's funny is when the song came out, it was long after I had given Cleo the song. We had long moved on. Like something that never happened. Yes, we wanted to do the remix, it never happened.
Yeah.
Actually, when he says the guy, he doesn't say me.
Yeah.
But he's talking about me at the same time. When he says, the guy said, but no one is supposed to stop you from working with other people unless they've signed you in a contract and they're taking care of you monthly, so that if you're not working with anybody else, you're only working for them, then you can sustain your life. Okay? Because I was coming from another label and I'm saying, do this, we'll pay you. Now, if you're not doing it, because later you say, Amachita ati I can't do the song because and Amachita me but I didn't even know. Only got to know from the podcast. Right? Then if Bangakaya so why you don't want to do it? But the long story short is the way I think he put it in the podcast, I don't know what he was trying to achieve, because from where I'm sitting and legally, it's like, oh shit. Because remember, I work with a lot of songs and stuff like that. And And some of the things, like Walla, you know, or I love you. You can write a song about those things. It doesn't mean that those are exclusive words.
Yes, it's something that has been said every time.
So
Yeah.
Later, I might not connect.
Yeah, because then he says ingoma ka Thandiswa akabhadalanga uSthandiswa until now.
Now, who led to the song that Thandiswa being stolen? Thandiswa's intellectual property. For that to be stolen, who was responsible?
Who was responsible for guarding, making sure that song I put?
No, the artist is where studios kabani.
Yeah, uyabona singaargue wasibuye ngapha
No.
It's studio sakho
intellectual property is clear. You know, that's why abanye abantu mabesebenza, even if studios kabani, they want privacy. You understand? They say, I'm coming to your studio, don't have anyone, you understand? So when we've left you with the master, we want you to work with it. We cannot be there sitting and guarding when are you going to be negligent?
Yeah.
Because that's negligence.
Yeah.
You're going to be negligent and allow somebody else's work to be stolen by the people who are coming in who are also artists. Without you saying, I'm playing there, don't I use one? Now, at the time when the song came out, why didn't Cleo come to us and Tembi to say, hey, actually,
that song, naye wathula kakhulu.
Then we are Tula. Brown Dash usaphila. Uyathula, Brown Dash border. Later when you wanna come, angazi noma uzosihlambulula na. Uzothi yazi le ngoma uVusi Leeuw what. And now you're making it.
So you're guilty in a way.
Vusi Leeuw was responsible for that song to be stolen. You take responsibility to say, this is this
is something I want.
Now you're giving us facts. Because, like I say, you can be thinking of a song. You said Dube. Somebody can be thinking of a song. I said Debe. All right. Same things, almost similar. All right, maybe it's the same words.
So
how are we gonna be sure was that other person who stole what? So when I was good to know, Brown Dash, you know, we must not speak ill of the dead. You know, and it's not true food. You know, you know, but just we're saying this with respect. Cleo knew that Brown was coming to the studio. Cleo is the only one who knew that Brown had those words, right? Then that means Cleo was the same person. As much as we had given him the responsibility for that song, he was the same person who was responsible for making sure he brings it to our attention. Ingoma nje iphuma.
Just heads up, guys. This is what happened here.
Going to Brown and say, how?
Mele kusho yena le uCleo.
No, because now ingoma yami le angizwanga kuhle. But wena uCleo uyazi ukuthi lama lyrics was where the studio side. You are the only person.
And it was not the whole song, it was just the version, the verse, in fact the verse, So did you went on to sue him? Cleo,
we spoke about it.
Okay, then grand
Look,
Aniko grand.
Look, no.
Maramela nibe grand.
We are fine.
Mina ngore man ngekho grand ngizomfona na Cleo kumele nibe grand.
We are fine. For me, like I said, I needed to contact him.
Okay.
Right? That's what I said.
Oh, yes.
But I need to contact. Actually, at that time when that thing came out, I spoke to Tim. You know? And she was cool with things. Because both of us were not aware. You know? We're all shocked with, oh, God. All right? Now, because here's another thing. Lengoma ayenziwanga clean. Yenziwe umuntu. So how are we going to connect?
Then figure to the last point. Yeah.
You know, now I have to respect you, Tim, and say uyayifuna lento ilungiswe amanxeba uyafuna or nawe maybe you've moved on.
Yeah.
Especially this is somebody that passed away as well. Because we now, from a legal point, we have proof in a confession via media of the person that we had given our Thandiswa's intellectual property to, who now confesses that actually this was stolen from you through what you gave me. That means we can have a case. We can sue Cleo, Thandiswa can sue Cleo for negligence and the damages that she suffered and pain and everything else. You know, when she was feeling that her work was stolen. All right, we can sue for that even today. We can go to Sandro and say to Sandro, here's a confession.
We need our royalties.
That says this song was stolen from Thandiswa's intellectual property. So that means the wrong person was paid all these years. Can you please make sure, Uguti, going forward, number one, you no longer pay that person those royalties. Number two, that's why I say in a complication, because Brown, estate Brown benefited from those songwriter royalties. That means we will have to go through the estate. Is that what you want for all the damages? Because the culprits here, according to Cleo, are two. Not according to Cleo. According to Cleo's story, the culprits are two. It's Brown, it's Cleo first, and Brown. Because they are the only ones who know that.
From the scratch,
TS Records, they were not aware. We were not aware. So now that there's a confession like that, those are the steps, truly speaking, that can be taken. And I was funny thinking that I need to call Tim second time to say, you know, Tendi, I thought about this matter because recently another journalist sent me the story about a week ago, the video clip. Now the problem with the video clip is it depends which when you cut it from, you know. So people cut you understand part of the story, but all right, Cleo, but why didn't you say this? And when though you were given in confidence for protection, able to silence on it. Now it is and you still admit. So I then thought about it to say, actually, Thandiswa can still take this on, and I will help her because I'm also the one who took the song to Cleo.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah, you form part
and
of
this was I discussed
the confusion.
So I took the song to Cleo. So that means now that we have evidence, it's evidence, it's a confession. I will win a court. We will win and we can sue Cleo, take him to cleaners. At least to my man.
And Cleo actually went on to say the reason that actually made that song is John Joganjalo or that particular verse, it's because of the lack of skill Zokbala Zaga Brown Dash.
I can't talk to that. I've never been
because now you were working with Brown Dash.
I was not doing it. I signed TS Records.
Okay. So you can't comment on that.
No, I can't.
Yeah. Well, whether or not Brown was not a good writer, but he was a good musician.
He was
that's all we know.
Look, Whitney still never wrote a single song.
Yes. So why? There are people like that.
Being an artist, it's not about
writing, or you wrote the song.
Every artist in Taitula.
That's why we have Quincy Jones and Babyface and the likes of Chico.
We have Alkane,
yeah,
who's written for others. We have Chico Twala, who has written for others. We've got Ashley.
We have Ashley.
Zolo from New School, who has written about Roughneck Lady from Ashanti. You know, and a number of other songs. So.
Hey, let's hope the issue will be.
Says to artists, find your strength.
Yes.
You may not be the best singer, but a very great songwriter. The music industry
is very broad, yeah.
And you will make money because you can write for adverts. You know, you can write for artists. You can score for movies, whether Netflix, SABC. You can write, like for example, every day, every radio station or TV. When it's news time, they've got that jingle,
yeah.
That's money.
Yes, definitely.
And that's 30 seconds or less, actually. And
there's a lot that you can do.
The person who wrote that alone makes more money than the people who write 100 songs.
That's true. That is so true.
So that's the business of music. There is money in the music, but understand the business. Learn the business, we learn everything.
Yeah, and it's quite broad. You can learn. You can hook up with so many people here in the country who are so best, you know, gurus of music to come and help you. Here's Vusi Leeuw can help you there and there. You know, if you want to become a musician, yeah, you keep helping. But let's hope the story around Ngaphansi Komthunzi Welanga will be, you know, a resting story now, you know. But at the same time,
in the past, are we gonna chase somebody who's passed on? But we can chase the one who's alive.
But at the same time, when Vusi, Utembi deserves to be given what's due to her, you know.
I mean, that's,
yeah.
But what I'm saying is, though,
who are we?
You know what? Sometimes I've done a lot. There's a lot of songs I've produced, a lot of songs that I've written, where I've never taken any credit
for.
I've never taken any royalties. Plenty, some hit songs that you know.
But no one stole the verse.
Yeah. But the whole thing was, sometimes money is not everything. Sometimes you decide you want to help someone, you want to help people, and it doesn't mean today is different. When people want to help people, they expect to be paid for help. You know, it's collective izandla zakhe. You know, so you help.
Thina siyileyo generation mavusa 95 the season.
We must go back to saying that's why my music career was not just about artists. It was about changing lives. When you think of Mendoza, we change lives, we change Izola, where people would be scared or shy to say Pumezo because
yes,
or whatever.
Yes,
you know where we come from.
Yes.
But out of Mendoza, we created so many jobs. Samachita, you know, the late Temba, who were his dancers, others became his drivers. You understand? So for some of us, that's why it has never been about the money. It was about changing the narrative. Hence, 9 to 5 Zola South, it's not an address. It says, America, in China, 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So I wrote that as if it's a street address.
Okay.
But it meant, who earn their living, right, in an honest way, by your servants, by your servants, not stealing. You know, so not everybody comes Zola.
So we are George.
Hence 9 to 5 Zola.
Yes, pan. Yeah.
Good thing I bought in Tuana. Mawibheka ngeChiskop yayo azocabanga ukuthi izokhomba
kanti uzokhawateka ngesound.
Yeah, but in a talent.
Yes.
And he's earning his living, honestly. Yes, he comes from a place where Kamshaya Zafe, you know. But out of Mdu, besides the guys in Kulmanga, came out about Zola's career, came after Mandoza. Abo Msawa, not Abo Msawa, Abo Mzansi. You know, like, so it was giving back, it was changing our Ikasle, making sure this was after 95. There's a lot of young people who were disturbed by the era 1985, where we were saying freedom, education, freedom now, education later. You know, there are people who schooling was disturbed, and we had to contribute in the new dispensation 94, right, to hold our community, to hold our brothers and sisters. Ukuthi ngabe imnyama yonke into abantu bangafili ukuthi lele ngespina for me to survive.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what Kwaito did.
That's so
that's
true.
The role that we did.
That is so true. And I see the sound is increasing a bit. It shows that it's a Friday. We are with a Friday mood. There's a Friday vibe at the Sofeng. We're signing off right now. Thank you so much, Mafusana, for coming to Happy Days. It means a lot. We really appreciate, and we're looking forward that you produce more TK of this world. You know, and the hip hop pantsula. I understand that I was told someday, just to wrap it up, I was told that during the death of Ujaba, you were somewhere asked to he was. There were times he was telling you that he has problems as a person who you were managing.
I will not go to that.
Yeah.
He's also resting.
Yeah.
So I won't go there.
Yeah.
I will just say.
But you know he was that person who was relying on you. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
We know the challenges. We know the real story.
Oh yes.
Maybe one day will come out, but for now, his son is grown, doing very well as well, and amongst others, but
No, thanks, man. Thank you so much for coming. It's Happy Days on Podcast. Ngendlela right.
celebrate Kwaito's only 30 years.
Oh yes.
Freedom.
And that's the part of this show.
And we celebrate.
This is the show. This is the time where the show is going to come out. And what? Happy Days is quiet, yo, baba.
Years, of our freedom.
Yes.
And the role Kwaito played.
Oh yeah.
And we thank those who contributed, all of them, from Jonina to Abashante, you know, men and women.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
Abo Spikiri, Abo, you know, Banik.
Oh yeah.
Masasteri, you know, Abewatula, whose names maybe out there, you know, but contributed to
the quiet. All right, thank you so much, and we say halala to that as we sign off. Happy Days on Podcast. We out. It's the Sofeng Pop in Meadowlands. Subscribe and become a member of the biggest family, the Happy Days on Podcast family.